And boom shakalaka is the one chief rocker and the keeper microphone inside of my locker. Huh. You know what it is, and you know what we do. Hey, it's the What Up Doe, the What Up Doe, the What Up Doe show. Yo, 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 what up, Doe, and happy Thanksgiving weekend. I hope you had a great Thanksgiving. I know I didn't, but I hope you did. Anyway, man, I'm just chilling. It is the What Up Doe show. We ain't done it in a couple weeks, man. I know we ain't been consistent with it, but it's okay because we've been bringing you the showdown, so we've been bringing you content. That's what's important. And I got the OG. I'm the OG Tim Wilson, and I got the Nasty Boys in the building with me. They some OGs nowadays too. Big Ed Waves, what up, though, fellas?
What up? What up, though?
What's good?
Well, it's good in this building. Yo, I got a great show lined up for you guys, but first of all, I gotta say to all you people out there celebrating birthdays, happy birthday to all of y'all. And to all you people celebrating Thanksgiving and getting ready for the holidays and with Black Friday shopping, happy holidays to all of y'all. All right, man. Well, let's go ahead and stop wasting time and get this party started, huh? Shall we? Shall we get this party started? Let's do it, then.
It's a whole lot of money in this motherfucker.
Yo, check this out, man. I got a great show lined up for y'all, man. And I'm going to start off with something that seems somber. It seems a little bit of a somber story, but the truth is it isn't. Ex-officer and a good friend of Big Ed's, Derek Chauvin. He's the officer that was convicted of the murder of George Floyd. Him and Big Ed used to DJ together back in the day.
Wow.
Man, you gonna have these people coming to my throat for no reason. Big Ed has nothing to do with their show.
Well, he's been stabbed in prison. He got stabbed.
In a medium security prison.
In the medium security prison, they still got to his ass.
I want to know, in the first place, you doing 22 years for murder. What in the hell are you doing in a medium security prison?
It's a cop,
First
man.
off,
It's a cop. You got preferential treatment.
man, that's some bullshit. That is some bullshit. There's no way he should have been in a medium security prison.
Yeah. Well, he still got shanked.
Yeah.
He still got shanked. Just had to get that out my system, man. Anyway, how was your Thanksgiving, man? Big Ed, how was your Thanksgiving?
Man, my Thanksgiving was awesome.
That's
And
good.
The food was so good that we took and made Thanksgiving egg rolls
Thanksgiving
for dinner
egg
tonight.
rolls. I like that. Define Thanksgiving egg rolls. Tell me more.
It was an egg roll with dressing, cranberry sauce, macaroni cheese, some turkey, and some greens in it. And,
Wow.
it
All
was
of that in
amazing.
an egg roll?
Yep. It was amazing.
Wow.
And then I made the sauce. I took some P.F. Chang's red chili sauce and some, because I make my own cranberries. So I took and
You
mixed
make
some
your own cranberries?
Yeah, my own cranberry sauce.
Okay, you didn't say cranberry sauce. You said you make your own cranberries.
Like, damn, he's on some.
Look, I
Like,
make
don't
my
they
own
grow on a
cranberry
tree? I'm like, don't they grow on trees?
They actually grow in a bog.
You're like,
They grow
God,
in water.
Say what?
Cranberries grow in water.
I know somebody had a cranberry tree.
yeah, there's cranberry trees.
I've
Yeah,
always
my
known
my
that-
my father, my ex-wife's father had a cranberry tree.
Oh wow.
I remember because we and we chopped it up, and I used to, when you burned it, man, when I tell you that was the best smelling wood I ever had.
Huh.
Yeah.
I've never heard of a
Cranberry that grow
cranberry
here
tree,
in
but I
Minnesota.
know, like in Wisconsin, they got cranberry bogs.
Okay.
In the northern
So,
states, they grow
but
in bogs, but southern states they're more in the trees.
oh, okay. But I make my own cranberry sauce. So I mixed the cranberry sauce with the PF Chang's chili sauce, and it made a bomb dipping sauce for them egg rolls.
Sweet. Ways, how was your Thanksgiving, man?
And it was good. We kind of did like a potluck type deal this year. We went to Kim's sister's house this year, and they took care of the turkey and the ham. I brought some greens.
Everybody else brought something and y'all just got it in.
Hey, look, I ain't gonna front. I when I told y'all in that group chat that I was gonna risk it all this progress I had in the last year losing weight, I wasn't lying. I barely ate yesterday because I was still fucking, excuse my language, I was still full from Thanksgiving night.
Wow. So when you say you brought greens, what kind of meat did you put in your greens?
Smoked turkey legs.
Okay, all right. Cool in the game, cool in the game. That was one thing, man. When I was in Louisiana, I went to this lady house. She made greens. When I tell you, she put all kind of different meat. She put like an assortment of meats in the green. It was pretty doggone phenomenal. Uh, so me myself, I had a lukewarm Thanksgiving because I was supposed to go to Thanksgiving with a friend, and we had a conversation Wednesday that kind of deterred my decision and said, you know what, she had a point, and I said, I'm just gonna go with my brother, and we went to my niece's house. We had a good time. We had a good time. I didn't go crazy on the food though. I mostly ate sides. I didn't eat a lot of meat. I got a little small piece of a ham and no turkey, no chicken, a few shrimp, but for the most part, I just did sides. I went pretty light on the food. Um, but man, I went heavy on the greens and dressing though. Um,
Yeah, you have to on Thanksgiving.
yeah, yeah, I love greens and dressing is always my favorite. They did not have cranberry sauce, or I would have went heavy with that too. Um, then we played some poker and did some karaoke. We had a good time. And now my friend is mad at me because I didn't do Thanksgiving with her, and I'm but she planted the seed. She started to she brought it to me, and I after sleeping on it, I was like, you're right, and now she mad. But anyway, um, so it was lukewarm. I had a lukewarm Thanksgiving, so it was bittersweet. I had a good time, but at the same time, I didn't. That said, um, overall though, I'm glad that the week is over and I'm on to the weekend, and I can't wait to get this show done so I can go smoke a cigar. So let's get on with that next story. I don't know if you heard it or not, but on Thanksgiving night, Tiffany Haddish was performing at the Comedy Store in Beverly Hills, and after the show, she was pulled over and arrested for driving under the influence. That's what happens when you get too drunk doing your show. See, I made that mistake before, but I don't. I was fortunate to not get. I was pulled over, and I was just fortunate to not that the cop let me go.
Right.
Yeah, no, this is a learning moment for her.
Yeah, back when I did comedy, I used to. I was doing a show, and I would get lambasted on stage, and because I did a lot of drunk humor, um, and I was on my way home, and I knew I shouldn't have been out on the road driving, and I surely got pulled over, and he let me ride, and that was it. From that day forward, what I started doing is getting a Coke dressed up to look like a drink, and I did the exact same act and pretended I was drinking. And people would get a kick out of the fact that I was up there drinking so damn much, and all I was drinking was Coke. But it worked for the humor, so I had
Right.
to. It was a prop because I needed that prop to make the humor work. I couldn't go up there without it and not make with the kind of jokes I used to tell. So it was something that worked. It was fun.
Yeah. I had one close call with a DUI, and I'm actually shocked that I didn't get one because it actually involved an accident.
Oh, damn.
I, a block away from home, a half hour before I was supposed to take my stepdad to work, I hit a parked car, pushed the car 108 feet in park. I came to a dead stop, but I walked away without a DUI and a piece of meat missing from my forehead.
Wow. That explains a lot about your mindset there. This-
Man, I was drunk as shit that night. Sorry, excuse my language, but yeah.
yeah.
When I'm that far drunk, the only thing I'm worried about is where's the bed. And if I can't find the bed, what's the most comfortable place on the floor?
You know what? I cannot tell a lie. I don't like to get that drunk anymore.
Yeah.
I've been there in my past when I was in my younger days and a couple times in my older days. But I don't like to get there because the worst part of it is the bed. I normally sleep on the floor because the bed spins
Yeah. Uh-huh.
and the floor for some reason doesn't. I don't know why that is, but the floor is nice and cool and I'll fall asleep on the floor. But if I lay in the bed, it's going to spin around and then I'm going to get nauseous.
Yep.
And that is the worst thing in the world, the worst feeling ever. So I don't get drunk because of that reason. I try not to anyway. I tend to not. The last time I got drunk like that, I was with some friends. I was out of town, and I was with my friends, and we were doing it just because you leave tomorrow, and I was letting him talk me into it, and I was drinking, and I said, you know what? If I go to my hotel and lay down, I'm not making my flight. I'm gonna miss my flight, and I know it. So I went straight from his house to the airport. I went, packed my stuff, went straight to the airport, got on a plane, blew out. I am on the plane, extremely inebriated, and I'm waiting. I'm sitting there going, I can't wait till they come with some coffee. I'm gonna get me a cup of coffee, and this flight is just gonna have to happen. And the lights went out. They were revving up the engine. Woo! I said, okay, cool. They about to go get the coffee and stuff. And next thing I know, the lights were coming on. Bing! And I was like, dang, what happened? Did we turn around, go back to Charlotte? A plane didn't go. Nigga, we are now descending into Detroit. I was like, damn, I slept through the whole flight.
Yeah. Last time I got trashed, I went to sleep.
I slept through the whole flight, man.
Last time I got that trashed, I went to sleep in a tent and I woke up sitting down on a bench in the on a fishing dock.
When somebody had drew a penis on your face.
No, thankfully.
Oh, have you heard of Bill Powell?
Sounds familiar.
Bill Powell. I had never heard of him either. So this is your What Up Doe history lesson for today. Okay. Bill Powell bought 78 acres of land after being denied access to white-owned golf courses, and he built his own.
Yeah.
The first black-owned and operated golf course, the oldest black-owned operated and operated golf course. It is in the Canton, Ohio area, right by the NFL Hall of Fame, right? So if you ever visit the Hall of Fame, you can go just a short trip away and visit this golf course, and it is the only Crestview golf course in Canton, and it is the only black. It's a historical landmark, and I've never been there. I just heard of this week.
Okay.
Cool.
So I looked it up.
Mm-hmm.
This is why I know exactly where it's at. And I said, you know what? Canton is not that far. Plus, I've never been to the NFL Hall of Fame. I could make a weekend out of it, maybe. Just go out, and that way I get to go check out the NFL Hall of Fame, go hit this historic golf course. And then I started reading the reviews. It's now run by his daughter, by the way. His daughter now runs it. Uh, Other family members are his family is it's a family owned golf course still.
Right.
His daughter is actually over it, but he also has some other. I can see the common last name in other prominent positions. Right. The reviews weren't good though.
Damn.
The consistent review was the lack of upkeep of the course. That they don't keep the grass. The maintenance on a golf course is the first thing. I mean, it's a number one thing about a course.
Right.
The upkeep. The fairways got to be cut short. The greens have got to be cut even shorter. They got to be clean. They got to be straight. Right. I've been to courses where the complaint was goose shit on the greens, and that happens sometimes if it's near water. If it's near water, geese are gonna get up on the greens and let loose, and you'll see goose poop all over the greens. Well, that's not the case in this one. They said their greens are growing mushrooms,
Oh wow.
What? What?
and they had pictures. They have mushrooms growing on the greens on this
Wow.
course, and that was not one complaint. It was several of them. So they was like,
playing
"Look,
bumper
I understand this is a historic course, and that's great. But if I'm going to play the course, I still want the course to be kept up.
The par.
I want it to be kept up, no, up to par. No pun intended. You know, so the upkeep. So hopefully that gets they can get that under control because contrary to the negative reports, I still plan to take a trip out there sometime next summer and visit this course because I want to be able to say that I was there
Right.
and draw my own conclusion, have my own opinion.
Maybe they just play bumper golf. You know
For
how you got
snooker.
bumper pool, where you got the little bumpers that look like the mushrooms. Maybe they just play bumper golf.
Yeah, snooker.
Okay. Yeah. Anyway, man. Anyway, he got us. He got us. He got us. He got me. He got you. He got everybody. Snoop Doggy Dogg was lying. It was a trick. He tricked the shit out of us.
I thought that was a different story you were talking about.
He tricked the shit out of us. Snoop Dogg tricked us, man. Snoop Dogg did not quit smoking weed.
Yeah, he shows.
And if you look at it, and I did notice, and I'm surprised I didn't question it because I'm very much the kind of guy that's into semantics. And I did notice that we're all saying he quit smoking weed, but his statement didn't say that he quit smoking weed. His
Right.
statement said he was done with smoke. And we all assumed he meant weed.
Yep.
Well, it turns out he was referring to a smokeless fire pit.
Yeah, good one, Snoop. Yeah, he got me with it.
I love it.
He is now endorsing a smokeless fire pit. And I know the name of it, but I'm not mentioning the name of it because, damn it, he got me.
You know what?
Hey, we don't give out free advertising.
I'm just saying, you can't ask for a more brilliant marketing plan than that.
It worked.
Yeah, it was
worked.
brilliant.
It got everybody, man. I heard it on Shannon's show. I heard it on Stephen A. Smith's show. I heard it. I heard everybody talking about Snoop Dogg quitting the weed, and turns out it was a ploy.
Smokeless.
Good job there, Snoop. You got me. You got me. Definitely got me. Okay, so I want to jump to some sound real quick before I jump into the other stuff. I have a question, but I am going to leverage this question with some sound first. And unfortunately, I was playing some music before the show, and I messed up here. And got to find my stuff again. Okay, so here's the sound of Ice T talking about one of the biggest differences between music now and music back in the day, and it's about how it is released because hey, we still call them albums, but they don't really make albums, do they? Here's Ice T. Wait a minute, let me turn the sound up. Okay, here's Ice T.
Don't make albums anymore. The beauty of an album is when you put it on, you listen to the whole side of it. You know, you might listen to the whole side 2 or 3 times, then you flip it over. You don't listen to one song. Nowadays, I can go through his record. I can even buy just one song off the album, and you don't get the full journey. You know, I remember Isley Brothers had an album called "The Heat Is On," and the B side had so many slow records on it. If you put that on and it made it to the end, and y'all wasn't doing something, take her home. Those were albums. It's like a novel, like only reading one chapter out of a novel. So a lot of artists aren't album artists. You know, you used to buy the album, and while you're reading the liner notes, and I'm looking at the engineer's name, what studio they did it in. It all mattered. Special Thanks was big. I remember I hung out with Big Daddy Kane so long, and then when he did Long Live the Kane album, I was his first Special Thanks. It was the coolest shit.
Yeah, man, I remember those days too, reading all the special thanks and all of that
Right.
stuff. The producers, the engineers,
Sometimes they
um,
had the lyrics in them.
and sometimes they would have the lyrics in them. CD cases kept the tradition going for a little while. Now that's a lost art now. But what's your favorite album cover of all times? That's a good question.
Ooh, of all time.
I
My
can I can name some of mine. I have a few, but I can name some of mine. But
Doggy
uh,
style.
Doggy Style was a great album.
Doggy style.
Doggy Style was a great album cover.
For me, my favorite album cover of all time, and by far is the best album cover of all time. Return to the 36 Chambers, ODB.
I don't recall it. I would have to see it
Me
again
neither.
to know it.
That's his EBT card.
Oh yeah, yeah, I
Oh
remember
yeah.
that one. Yeah, that was a cool. That was a funny one. That was a cool one. Uh,
Another one that
my,
was really.
my
Oh,
favorite one is the Motor Booty Affair by Parliament. See,
okay.
because Parliament, that Snoop Dogg's album, for the one that you mentioned, for instance, they took a book out of George Clinton, out of the George Clinton, a page out of the George Clinton book, I should say. So his album cover was reminiscent of the old Parliament albums, because the old Parliament album covers used to have these little cartoon stories in them
Okay.
all the time. There was a cart and like Cosmic Slop, some of those like Cosmic Slop. It was you read this old cartoon story inside the album, and if you heard the album, it was referencing a lot of the stuff you read in the cartoon story. So it was consistent with it
Right.
was a consistent theme. And Motor Booty Affair as well. That was a great one for me. That was one of my favorite album covers.
Andre 3000 also stated how Parliament was a big influence on uh Outkast's earlier album covers as well.
Yeah,
Yeah.
it was absolutely Glory Hollow Stupid. Um, their album Glory Hollow Stupid was very similar to the Aquemini cover.
Hmm.
What were you about to say, Big A, before I cut you off?
Another one of my favorites is Pink Floyd Pulse.
Pink Floyd Pulse, Pink Floyd, the Brick in the Wall, the
That was a
Brick
good
in the
one too.
Wall one was a great cover.
But
I tell you, another great cover was
Pulse had a
1999.
Pulse had a red light on it that pulsed. That's
Yeah,
what made
oh,
that one
that's
so dope.
sweet. Yeah, 1999 was a great cover.
Hmm.
That we spent so much time looking at because if you look at the numbers, it's made up of pictures. Boy, we spent so much time looking at those numbers, trying to figure out all the pictures in it. Man, it was wild. It was a drawing. It was very very crazy. Prince used to do some creepy stuff with that.
What
Um,
about the Fuji's album, the score?
the score was a cool cover. I don't recall anything other than just the picture on the cover.
That's
Yeah,
what.
that's all it was the three
See,
lining
I
up
love the ones you
on
open
one
up and
side.
there was more to it.
Yeah.
Like um, Bootsy. He had Bootsy Collins had an album called Bootsy with a question mark. Bootsy. And on the inside, it was a two. You opened it up, and there was some pull out glasses. Some because his thing was your glasses shaped like stars. So you had some glasses you can pull out, some cardboard glasses, and you can put on, and you can have some Bootsy glasses. You talk about the coolest shit ever.
See, I'm a big fan of album covers with artistic interpretation or open-ended artistic interpretation. So that's why I like the Fugees or like Snoop Dogg's Doggy Style, or not Doggy Style, the Dog Father.
Okay. Now,
Okay.
explain what you mean by that and how you interpret that.
So like with the Dog Father, at that time Snoop was kind of being singled out when it came to Death Row, and his album cover is him, black background, just his bust of his face, and showing that it's basically him against the world in a sense because it's only him.
Well,
But that's the kind of like the open-ended interpretations with album covers. Through art.
I got you,
I'm
and I
a
like that. I like that. I guess for me the I like the overly artistic stuff and the
Right.
other stuff like what Ice T was talking about. The stuff you read when you pull out the sleeve, or some you pull out the sleeve and there's art on the sleeve, or it's something written on the sleeve, or you flip the back of it and all the writing is on the back, or the ones you open up and there's stuff inside. All of that stuff was part of the
Or
album
like
cover to me.
or like what Cheech and Chong did with Up and Smoke when they put the rolling paper in the album.
Yep, yep, I remember that. One Nation Under a Groove was an awesome album cover. One Nation Under a Groove is a fantastic album cover.
Ooh.
That
Uh,
might be one of my favorites. George Clinton used to have some of the best ones. Big ups to Overton Lloyd, Southwest Detroit's own Overton Lloyd. His brother David Lloyd and I are real close friends. We used to do a lot of music together. But Overton Lloyd from Southwest Detroit's own, he was the artist that used to draw the Parliament albums.
oh,
Yeah, so I didn't know Overton. He was a little older than me and gone with them by the time I was old enough to start knowing people. But his brother David and I got to be really really good friends.
no, I got one last cover I'm going to throw out there, and it's just my personal preference. DMX with Flesh of My Flesh, Blood of My Blood.
Great album cover. Now that's a great album cover. That was a great one. That was a really good one. Run DMC King of Rock was a very interesting album cover, and largely because, and I'm going to go back to what Ice T said, the special thanks on that album was phenomenal. You couldn't help but to read them. Oh, Midnight Marauders.
Yeah.
Midnight Marauders. When you flip it and you got all the rapper pictures on it. Man, that was so doggone dope. We spent hours trying to figure out who everybody was on that album cover, man. And Felicia, my friend's cousin, Felicia, she's actually the model that was on the cover of Midnight Marauders.
Oh, okay.
But on the back cover, when they had all of the rappers, they had a small portrait of all these different rappers, and
Mm.
it filled up the whole back of the cover. Man, it was phenomenal. That was a phenomenal look.
Machiavelli was a good one too.
Yeah.
Machiavelli was a very interesting album cover. Yes, it was. Absolutely. I agree. I agree with that. What was some of yours, folks? Just in the comments, leave us some great album covers that you liked, because The art of the album cover is gone, man.
Don't make albums anymore.
They don't do it. So the art of the album cover is gone. Um, Speaking of the art of the album cover, Andre 3000 came out with an album,
Hmm.
and he is not rapping.
Yeah.
There's
Like,
not one lyric anywhere on the
no,
whole album.
on the whole album. It's all instrumental. It's very relaxing.
Well, one thing he did, he gave a lot of hip hop artists something to sample.
Right? Right. You got that. You got that.
So he made a
Working for
sample
you.
meditation album.
A sample meditation album.
I don't
And
know, 'cause if
Lupe has already rapped to one of them.
I was gonna say,
Yeah.
I heard Lupe has already done some. I can see
Yeah.
him and Lizzo coming together to put together a flute album. That'll be a dope.
Kenny
fun
G is
duet.
coming out with a diss track.
Yeah, yeah.
That's basically what he did, was become the Black Kenny G.
Yeah, Kenny G is with this track.
Uh,
I don't think he's quite Kenny G level on the flute, but yeah. Very interesting. Very interesting guy.
Yeah, he done made a whole damn flute album.
You know what? He's an artist. And
He is an artist. I give him that, and I appreciate and respect him for having the guts to stretch his boundaries. When you think of it, it's not his specialty. But you know what? Singing isn't his specialty either, and he did that and won a Grammy. But he did the
Hey,
Love Below. So
Yep.
you can't hate him. I can't hate on it at all. But I loved the Love Below. That was a great album.
But it's not what I was expecting.
But this one,
Yeah, I feel like I was bamboozled.
I wasn't expecting Love Below either, but I loved it. But this one,
this ain't going on my playlist for my.
this one ain't happening for me.
Yeah, they
This
make
one
it,
ain't happening for me. I'm sorry. I don't need. You know, everybody say, "Oh, I did." I had somebody say that they were reading the comments. They got so caught up in reading the comments that they ended up listening to the whole album while reading the comments and realized that it was relaxing. But I tell you what, I can relax with a good book on the toilet and be okay
I was just gonna say,
without this album.
Yeah.
I'll take a pass. You out here trying.
What are we talking about? Practice?
This is practicing on my
Practicing the
dime.
flute.
I don't think so. But
Glad I didn't have to pay for it. I got it on YouTube.
exactly, that's the whole thing. We don't have to pay for it anymore, so it's not no harm, no foul. No harm, no foul.
and there was no album,
What'd you say?
there was no album cover.
No album cover. No album cover. We need some more volume on your mic there, Joe. 'Cause I was listening to the showdown, and I could barely hear you.
That was probably a setting of mine. That's on me.
And you got to project a little bit more.
Yeah.
He got that. He got that Sade voice. He got that Sade whisper. So yeah. We talked about Snoop tricking everybody.
Mm-hmm.
There was another rumor that almost tricked me. I don't know how many people it tricked, but I do want to smash this rumor right now because it's one of those rumors that I hate. But someone posted that Charlie Wilson of the Gap Band had passed away, and that is false. And I want everybody to know that that is false. Uncle Charlie is 70 years old. He's alive and well, still making music, still doing tours, still doing shows. He is just fine.
He's
Thank
still on
God.
stage collecting panties.
Because, man, I saw that the other day, and I was almost heartbroken.
Yeah, and I would have been, but I was like, no way. I did not hear about this, and it's true. So I went back and did my research and looked for it, and No, there's no reputable sources saying it. The one reputable news source saying it was true, and then when I opened the story, it was Charlie Wilson, some white gun advocate that died back in 2010. So it wasn't the Charlie Wilson we know. Every reputable news source that I know of, none of them mentioned it. So I went and even dug deeper and found confirmation that Charlie Wilson is alive and well.
Okay.
So let's squash that.
Remember, you said it ain't official until it's TMZ official.
I know, right? TMZ say it, then it's true. Here's an interesting topic. So this young lady, she went out on a date with a guy. She said she opened the door and the guy was at the door, and she was shocked. And on top of that, he reaches from behind his back and he has flowers for her. Now she's really shocked. Like, what the hell? So she pushes past the guy and heads to the car. He follows behind her. He opens the door for her. She gets in. He closes the door. And she hops right on her phone to text a friend to say, this shit is weird. This nigga's weird. This dude is corny. And she said after she sent that post, she realized that it's everything I always say I want, I'm getting.
Yep.
Yet I can't appreciate it. I really don't want all these things I say I want, because now that I'm getting it, I'm saying it's weird and it's corny. And I say she's deprived. She's been deprived of dating gentlemen. She's been so busy listening to the hype that you're supposed to date a nigga that ain't shit that you think that's normal and that's what's cool. And I don't know. What's your thoughts, man?
Man, they say chivalry is
Hey,
dead.
what's that noise in somebody's background? What's that? What is that?
I don't hear nothing.
That was Big Ed yelling. That's what that was.
Oh, I thought the microphone was out. Oh,
It
shit.
sure as hell wasn't. All you hear is, "Oh,
I needed a
God."
refill on my beer. I was trying to get one of my kids to bring me a beer, but these motherfuckers ain't listening. But
Oh, with the MF, man.
oh, sorry. But yeah, women always like to say chivalry is dead, but it's only dead because they don't recognize it when they get it.
It's dead because they don't want it. They don't appreciate it. They recognize it. They just don't appreciate it. They don't appreciate it when they get it. Like she said, she realized that she was that you know he was chivalrous, but to her it was corny.
Right.
Yeah.
It just goes to show women don't know what they want.
I've been telling my son that his whole life, both of them. Because mom telling him, "Oh, you got to do this." I said, "Man, don't listen to them. Don't let women tell you how to get women.
Right.
No.
Women know how to get men. Men know how to get women.
Yep.
Yeah.
They don't know what they want. We know what they want."
Hey, that's like how I told Riley. It's very simple. All women always take relationship advice from their single friends.
And I always told my son, think about it. While you're listening to her advice on how to get a woman, and I'm telling you, you think she know better than I do? I ain't do none of that shit. And you here.
It's like, yo.
Yep.
So look, that's all I'm saying. I didn't do none of that, yet here you are. Here you are. So anyway, I was trying to give myself a bomb there, and I gave myself a yo. But I heard somebody put it very well. It's a guy to be in all those Tyler Perry movies. Mr. Brown.
David Mann.
That guy. He put it very well. So let's hear him speak out, and then tell us what you think about what he said.
I told some ladies one time, I said, let me show y'all how to find the perfect. And of course, you know, a room full of ladies. Like, he finna tell me, and they start pulling and pulling and pulling. Yeah. I said, I need you to make a list of everything that you want him to be. Make a list. Everything I want his credit score to be 850. I want him to be making $200,000 a year. He got to have his own house. I want him to be well groomed. He got to be well rounded. I say, make everything on that list that you want in a person. Do it. Put it all on there, everything, and become the list. See, we're not willing to become the list of what we want. See, you just want a bunch of stuff, but you're not willing to become a bunch of stuff.
Boom, and there it is.
Man, that you should have dropped the bomb right there. That was it.
Yeah, probably would have. I was scared I was going to yo it again, but that's I mean, what can you say, right?
Right.
That was a mic drop. That was definitely.
If you got a list, become your list.
Put the list together to everything you want, and then be the list. You'll find the guy that you're looking for.
Yep.
If you're looking at all those things you're looking for, if you are those things, you'll attract those things, and that's what it's all about, man. So it's one last story I want to get to. Well, actually two. I'll start with one to say Jamie Foxx is in the news. He's being sued for sexual assault. Allegedly, it happened 8 years ago on the rooftop of a restaurant. Young lady asked him to take a pic with him, and he said, "Hell yeah, I'll take a pic with you," and dragged her off into a corner. And they took a picture, and he reached under his shirt and started rubbing on her breasts, and then down into her pants, and fingered her in her vagina and in her rectum. Said put his finger in her cooch and in the backside and the brown side. And she said her friend came walking up, and that's when he stopped. That's why he stopped, because her friend came up. And so she's suing Jamie Foxx for sexual assault and punitive damages.
What did he do to piss the Illuminati off this time?
Hey,
I'm sitting here like this sounds really kind of far fetched to me. Like
Right.
it sounds way too kind of almost coincidental. Like where she loses me with this story is then my friend walked up on the roof.
yeah, it was a party on the roof.
Yeah. Okay. So.
Yeah, everybody was. It was a rooftop. The restaurant had a rooftop, so they were on the rooftop.
And it was a party on.
Pulled her off. I don't know if it was a party or if it was just other people there, or it was a restaurant. So I don't know what was going on the rooftop, but there was more people on the rooftop.
I don't know.
So there were witnesses that.
But he pulled her away, pulled her off into a corner. And
oh man.
Allegedly.
Yeah,
all right.
Friend walked up, Jamie got startled, and she would have fell over if that's what was going on, she would have went over the edge of the roof on accident.
Yeah, this is.
I don't think so, man. That's not necessarily true.
To me,
Friend walked up, and she said, "Hey, what's going on?" And was like, "Oh, okay. Well, I gotta get my hand out your pants."
To me, this just sounds.
It's coming.
This sounds too scripted.
Yeah.
It doesn't even sound real to me. But that's just my opinion. I'm pretty sure there's gonna be some females that.
Wade's always sides with the race.
They said he did something. They said he did something to piss off the Illuminati. That's why he had the stroke or whatever, and why he was in the hospital. So
that's not what I heard.
Yeah,
I heard he did something. I've heard he said something about the next guy that I'm about to talk about, and then all of a sudden he was silent.
Hmm.
The next guy is
part of
P.
the Illuminati.
I mean,
P. Diddy. So from what I heard, it was P. Diddy that he said something about, and then all of a sudden he's quiet. Because it said most people that talk about Diddy and his exploits, something happens to him.
Yep.
He tried to blow up Cassie's boyfriend's car. Or he did blow his car up. He was trying to blow him up. And he blew his car up.
Cassie suing him right now for $30 million.
Oh no, they
Well,
said
Cassie
Oh
settled.
yeah, that was settled.
that
That
was
was
But
settled. But there's been 2 more cases
I
now.
was just going to say there's like 2 more cases.
Yeah,
that
there's
come
2
out.
more cases now.
And then there's all the stories that you hear about on YouTube.
And there's a ton of news stories out about him. And somebody told a story about him a long time ago. And he said one day, y'all gonna listen to me. Y'all think I'm making it up, but one day y'all gonna look back at this interview and y'all gonna say, damn, he knew what he was talking about. And that guy was 50 Cent.
He's like, yo, so when we gonna get the chance to, to kick it, like we could just hang out, nigga. We gotta kick it.
This is
Paul.
Okay.
He telling me we gotta kick it and shit. And he was like, yo, why don't we like go shopping or some shit? I mean, like I pay for it. And I was like, what the fuck this nigga just said? I got the fuck away from him because I was like, this nigga like the fucking. This nigga just tell me he take me shopping. And this is shit that goes on. But there's just a little fruit, probably a fruit pile. It's a fruit pile, trust me. You see these little weird ass pictures and shit like that out there, sitting out there for no reason. You don't see accident pictures of me like kissing niggas. Like that doesn't happen by accident. You know what I'm saying? Like, I'm telling you. I'm telling you. Look, later you gonna find out a little shit that I be saying. Do you understand what I'm saying? Man, listen, I'm trying to tell you the truth. But the truth, sometimes it hurts.
And nobody wants to believe it then, but everybody's buying it now.
Yeah. Well, it's too many people coming out right now saying things about him.
Like who?
Well, Orlando Brown.
Orlando Brown. Orlando Brown said,
I mean, yo, Diddy, you gave me the ooskash goosemash. You gave me the ooskash muaf, the smoosmash. Diddy. Yeah, son. I mean, you gave me the ooskash muash. I love.
And his bodyguard Gene Deal.
God.
the fuck. Yo, Orlando tripping, man. Why is he not medicated?
Yeah.
he said,
I thought was
Diddy.
still going.
Gene Deal said that he walked in on him and on him and Ja Rule.
Yeah. Now I heard today somebody said that that Cassie cut her hair because Diddy had pulled so much of it out
Oh wow.
as he was beating her. And he also had a rage against his baby mama, and she had to have plastic surgery on her face
Was that Kim
because
Porter?
Kim Porter, and he had actually broke her nose. He kept it quiet, and just got the surgery done. Cassie kept it quiet and just cut her hair, but it was actually because he had pulled it out. And I also heard today, a guy claiming to be a friend of Will Smith's, that Will Smith found out that Jada was having an affair with someone else, another guy that she had an affair with back in the day, and he beat her to a pulp. And they had to have in-house surgery so that it wouldn't get out. And they said that's why Will takes all this crap off of her, because he doesn't want it out there that he beat her up so bad.
Damn.
So it's a lot of stuff out there. Nothing as entertaining as
I mean, yo, Diddy, you gave me the ooskash goosemash. You gave me the ooskash muaf, the smoosmash. Diddy. Yeah, son. I mean, you gave me the ooskash muash. I love. Diddy. God.
Dude, this guy here.
Hey, that video That interview right there was one of the funniest interviews I've ever seen.
This
He
dude,
was high on something.
Bro,
he look, man, bro. That
Diddy
brother
was
was
on
straight
Drink
back
Champs. Diddy was on Drink Champs, and he got drunk, and you saw a different side of him once he got enough alcohol in him. And that's how a lot of gay people are. A lot of down low brothers, you can't really tell how gay they are till they get that alcohol in them, because that alcohol bring it out. And he was up there talking, "Ooh, I like it when you like this, daddy," and all of this stuff. And I was like, what is he saying here? He was saying some suspect stuff. He was acting real suspect and calling one guy, "Oh, that guy, he's beautiful," and this and that. And he was real suspect uh, in that episode of Drink Champs. If you ever get a chance, there's clips of it out there now. You can just get clips. But it was like, yeah, you can tell a lot about a guy once he gets that alcohol in him. If they flip that way, you'll start seeing it.
Yeah.
Once they get some alcohol in them, it starts coming out. And that was his coming out party. He gave old boy the ooshkosh mooshkosh.
He said, "I'm going to show you the rim of the world."
I mean, yo, Diddy, you gave me the ooshkosh gooshwash. You gave me the ooshkosh muaf.
Too much. That's too much, man. So yeah, the Diddy saga continues. 50 talking about he gonna come out with Surviving P. Diddy.
Yeah, I seen that. I seen that one today.
Oh, that was awesome.
So yeah, you want to look out for that. Well, that's all I got, man. We're gonna stop right there. However, we're not gonna stop exactly right there. There's a guy named Kevin Ross. Familiar with Kevin Ross?
No, I am not.
Okay, so Kevin Ross is a young guy, extremely talented. Put together his own verses. He did his own version of Babyface versus Teddy Riley. On this, it's this sound you're about to hear. It's a video. It's on video, but we're not playing the video. We're playing the audio. He is both. He is every voice you hear. He's doing all of the voice. It's all him vocally. He's doing the instruments, the drums, and the sing. All the vocals. It's all him, and compiling with himself, doing a verses against himself of Babyface versus Teddy Riley.
Oh wow!
So you pick the winner, and in the meantime, we're gonna be out with this. I want to thank y'all for joining us. Make sure you hit the like button if you like what you see, and also hit subscribe. We want more subscribers. We need more subscribers, so please subscribe to the channel. It's the What Up Doe Show radio network, and we are happy to have you guys. On behalf of the Nasty Boys, Big Ed and Ways, I'm your boy OG Tim Wilson, and we love having you here. This is the What Up Doe Show. Enjoy this by Kevin Ross. It's kind of long, but it's very entertaining. So just enjoy it and tell me who won. Was it Teddy or the Babyface? It's the What Up Doe Show.
On my left represents Team Ted. On my right, Team Face. Let's begin. Oh, every step I take, I know that you will be there. Every step I make, we'll be together. Every step I take, be there. Every step I make, be together. Oh, hey, this is the way that I wanna live. It's my prerogative. I can do just what I feel. It's my prerogative. No one can tell me what to do. It's my prerogative. Just what I'm doing for you. Don't be cruel. Cause I would never be that cruel to you. Don't be. I know. Don't be cruel. Girl, you Do it like this, do it like that. It gets me when we're playing like kids and games. Team face. Baby, baby, baby. Baby, baby, baby. I got so much love. I've got so much love. Oh, baby, baby, baby. Baby, 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 baby. Get me on. Got to love me. Let's slow it down. My love is waiting for you. It's true, know that I do. Oh, let's settle down. That's what I wanna do. Just me and you. You got me saying my. Good tonight. Shout out to DC. It's so damn fine. Got me saying before they let you. Damn, they got smashed. Can I get a kiss? Good night. Good night, baby. Oh, before I let you go away. Can I get a kiss? Little kiss, little bitty kiss. Good night. Now if I can't have it, no, then I shall never breathe again. Sometimes makes me even wanna say, shoot, 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 yeah. Yeah, let's pick it up. Y'all know what time it is when y'all hear that horn. Shout out to VA. All I wanna do is a zoom, 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 and a boom, boom, hey! Remember the time we fell in love. Do you, when we first met, girl? Remember the time remember the time? It's just another sad love song, wrecking my brain like crazy. Ooh, get some more torn up, beat it fast or slow. It doesn't let go. Shame, baby. And it's all because of you. Make it last. Make it last forever. Forever. Don't let our love in. Oh, baby, baby, can we talk? For a minute, girl, I want to know your name. Can we talk for a minute, baby? I really wanna know your name.
Oh, and in case I don't see you, good afternoon, good evening, and good night.
What up, though?